pierce the ear, pull the ear. Silent movie. Okay.
Good, good. Thank you.
Ear piercing is a very impulsive purchase by the consumer, and it's a low cost to get into this. When you buy the earrings to pierce your client's ears, your cost per pair averages about $2. These stores that offer ear piercing today, these malls, you guys know more about this than I do. They're charging like $20, $30 for this. The neat thing about doing the service, it takes about 5 minutes to complete it. So you have a pretty good profit on this. What we're going to talk about today is why the holes close, infect, you get the little, what do you call, lumps in your ears. We're going to get into that in detail.
Keloids.
Keloids, exactly. If you decide to offer ear piercing in your shop or your salon, it's important that you put the certificate of accomplishment up somewhere in your service area for your clients to see. It's not a license, but it tells them you've had some formal training to safely pierce their ears. The client's sitting there, it's an impulsive purchase. You're going to pierce some ears, ask you questions about it. But I mentioned this earlier, use it as a marketing tool. This works. Tell your clients as you get to know each other. Say, look, I know you have family members and friends. They have those little kids. When they want their ears pierced, they bring them to the malls. Tell your family members and friends the next time their kids want their ears pierced, bring them to you. You've had the training to do it safely, and you'll pierce their kids' ears for free if the parent gets a service from you. It's a way to get some new business. I say that works because, ear piercing's popular. People are wearing, 20 holes in their ears today, and babies keep being born, so it doesn't go away. But here's the deal. If you've gone into a store before to get your ear pierced, they sit you in the chair, they clean your ear, they mark your ear, hopefully, with a surgical marker. They remove the earrings from its package. They take the bottom of the instrument, pull this plunger back. You take the front of the instrument, they slide one of the backs into it, they pull them apart, take the mount, turn it upside down, they put the earring style into the hole or cylinder, they turn it, it comes right out. They take your ear, I guess, slide it in the front, pull the trigger back, pierce it, let go of the trigger, pull the instrument down. What this procedure is designed to do is put the front and the back of the earring through the client's ear in a sterilized process. The problem is, what I just kind of showed you, is the training that goes on in a lot of these stores out there that do offer the service, and there's more to it. We're going to get into that now in some detail. So in a few minutes, you guys, what I'm going to do is pass these kits out to you to practice. But when you get these girls, guys, don't pierce each other's ears. Please don't do that. These things are not clean. They're not sterile. You'll lose your hair. Where's my model? What's your name, sweetie?
Marissa.
Marissa, okay, Marissa, come on up here. Have a seat. Don't make me nervous. All right, Marissa, do the instructions, and that's what we're doing now. So if they're under 18, you can still pierce their ear. It just has to be signed by the parent or guardian. So I assume you're 18, Marissa. I'm not going to ask you over here. She could choose any earring she wants from this display. These earrings are called training studs. They're called that for a couple of reasons. One is they're sterilized. Two is they're made out of surgical steel, and they're covered, if she wants her ears pierced with gold, they're covered with 24 karat gold. 24 karat gold is the only gold that's pure. It doesn't have what's called nickel in it. Some of you guys may have heard that word before. Nickel stands for lead and copper. All jewelry has that pretty much. Surgical steel, 24 karat gold is virtually nickel free. She's got to wear these for about 4 months or so to form the hole, or 4 weeks, excuse me, to form the hole. Then she can remove these for the first time. But for the next 4 months or so, after the 4 weeks that she wears the training stud, you got to tell them to wear earrings day and night as well. If they don't do that, the holes can close. If they close, they don't close in the front, they close in the back first. And you want to tell them to wear something decent, 14 karat gold or higher, during those 4 months. If they like silver, sterling silver, platinum, that can get a little pricey. You can put them in this direction. You can buy these in the stores. You have to look for them. These are 24 karat gold, but the 24 karat gold in these earrings is what they call electroplated over surgical steel. Electroplating means they attach the gold to the steel with electricity. It doesn't come off. Another name for these is hypoallergenic. You guys may have heard that word before as well. That means virtually nickel-free. The problem is people take these out in 4 weeks or so, and they put in the 99-cent earrings, which I'm not making fun of. But those things are all nickel. They're about 100% nickel. Even if you're not sensitive, when you put those in it, if you're going to get a sensitivity, that's usually when it happens. The hole starts to itch, they get sore, they start swelling on you. So it's real easy. When you're piercing your client's ears, tell them to keep the 99-cent earrings out until after 4 months, not 4 weeks. Or they can keep the training stud in. Marissa can do this. We'll get started now. She can just keep, which I would recommend, keep this in for 4 months. Don't take it out at all. This way you really reduce the chances of developing a nickel sensitivity. So, what should I do before I touch Marissa? Common sense. Wash your hands. Sanitize your hands. For classroom purposes, I use this antiseptic hand wash. It's just convenient for me. You can use soap and water. You can wear gloves. But you guys are going to see my hands aren't going to touch the actual holes. We pierced the Marissa's ears. The second thing you should do before each ear piercing is you should clean off or sanitize the moving parts of the ear piercing instrument. You guys, there is a difference between sanitation and sterilization. Sanitation is recommended on anything that only touches the person's skin, but sterilization is required on anything that breaks the skin. So the piercing stud she chooses from this display will be packaged like this because they've all been pre-sterilized in a gas heat. These are the only things you should use to pierce the ear. And the only thing you need to check for on your client before you clean their ears, check them for these little lumps. Or not. If you guys feel your ears, you guys, if you want, you might feel lumps or knots if you've had your ears pierced before. That's called scar tissue. If you do ear piercing, this happens a lot. People come in, they ask you to reopen their holes because they've closed previously, but they want them reopened in the same spot where they've closed. If you feel a lump, that scar tissue, you pierce it, you break it, it gets bigger and bigger each time. So if there's a lump or not there, the hole's closed, just pierce directly next to it, to one side or the other. If there isn't any scar tissue, then that's okay. Go ahead and pierce in the same spot. But always make sure you check for that first. The most important thing is cleaning the ear. I'm going to clean up Marissa's ears with alcohol before I pierce them. What alcohol is designed to do on your skin is take oils off your skin. What alcohol is not designed to do is heal an open wound very effectively because it tends to over dry the skin. It's too aggressive. So instead of alcohol, we're done. I'm going to give her this tube of ear care gel. This is an antiseptic. Antiseptics are very mild. They don't over dry the skin. If I didn't have this, I could still pierce her ear. I just tell her to go to the drugstore. Worst case scenario, tell them to use soap and water. And now you can use saline solution, the stuff for your contact lenses. You can also use that. That's also very good. The key is just tell the client, just clean them twice a day. That's it. Just once in the morning, once in the evening. The other problem, some of these stores, when they pierce your ears, they tell you to clean them like 10 times a day. You don't want to do that because then you keep it too moist. Just twice a day. And the last thing you need to tell them, you can pierce anywhere on the outside of the ear, but if you pierce up here, let them know. This is called the cartilage, the gristle. This is soft bone tissue, you guys. Technically, it's like breaking or chipping bone. This can hurt a lot more than piercing down here, the ear lobe. That's soft skin tissue. And that can take longer to heal. People tell me they pierce their ear in that cartilage. Some people say it takes like a year before it starts feeling better. It hurts. They lay on it. They hit it with a telephone. It's a little bit more aggressive when you're piercing the cartilage. So you can choose a stuff when you're piercing the cartilage. So make sure you let them know that. And the other thing I forgot to show you, I'm only going to mark her ears off with this surgical marker. This is the exact same thing a surgeon uses when they mark your body for surgery. It's made out of vegetable oil. People tell me they get their ears marked in these stores with pens, magic markers, Sharpies. That can be dangerous because some of those things still have lead in the ink. You get lead in your bloodstream, you can get lead poisoning. Doing the second one?
Underneath, yeah.
Underneath the top one?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'll mark it, you look in the mirror. If you don't like it, it's too late. I already marked it. So I'm not sure where you want to put that. You better look at the display thing. It's from the display. I don't know if you can see this. They come in 3 different sizes of earrings. A large, a regular, and a mini size. So the instruments have these little, what's called adapters in them to fit the different sizes. And they have these little clips you can use to change them. You take this clip, set it onto the instrument, pull back the plunger, you can remove the adapter. This is set to go for a large size earring. There's one for a regular size and then a mini size. We're going to use the regular size earring. So I put the regular size clip in. It's ready to load. Or you can change these with your fingers. Just simply pull the plunger back. You can remove it with your fingers. If you use your fingers to change the adapter, what should you do to the instrument? Remember, you guys, what's that called?
Contaminate.
Sanitize. Sanitize. Now, the other thing that can cause an infection, it's actually the person doing the ear piercing. When they open these packages, and remember the earrings have all been sterilized, they remove the sterilized earrings, they'll touch one or both with little points that stick out the back. If you touch the points, the earrings are no longer sterile. You can touch the backs or the heads of the studs, but not the points. You can't sterilize your hands. If you're wondering, gloves is not considered sterilization, so be careful that you don't touch the points. Now, when you load the instrument, and you guys are going to do this in a minute, I'm going to pass these out to practice. Hold the instrument level, take the front of the instrument, slide the back into the front, straight up and down until it stops, pull them apart, take the mount, turn it upside down, put the earring style in the little adapter, turn it towards you, it comes right out. Then the ear piercing kits come with this ear care gel. This is an option. You don't have to use this, but I think you should. It works. This also has some aloe vera oil in it. I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it along the earring post without touching the post. So as the earring goes through the ear, it soothes it. And then right after I pierce it, I'm going to put a few drops of this ear care solution on. This is good stuff. This has benzalkonium chloride in it. This gets into the hole. It'll soothe it completely. You guys will see that. I hope. Hold the ear. Put the ear piercing instrument up. Pull back the trigger. 1, 2, 3. Pierce the ear. Pull the gun down. You don't have to pull it. I put this on. This will make it feel better. Yeah, it's good for little kids. I'm kidding around. These little 5-year-olds, you pierce one ear, you're chasing around the store. This helps. Definitely helps. And the other side, right? Women go into salons. Very important that you ask the parent before you pierce the baby's ears if the baby's had their tetanus shot. When a baby's born, it has its mother's immunities from the mother's womb to fight infection. But as the baby gets older, 4 or 5 weeks old, they start to wear down. I believe it's 8 weeks they have that DPT shot, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. You want to make sure they've had that. That's it. It's okay. Pull the ear, instrument up. 1, 2, 3. Pierce the ear, pull the gun. Those look good, actually. That mechanics is nice. Yeah, that's a popular stuff. I'm going to give the gel to Marissa. How many times a day should she use this? Remember, you guys?
Twice. Thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's alive.
Go sit down.
You can go sit down. Go home early. Don't do that. I'll get in trouble. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? And I'll tell you, we were just talking about babies. As long as those babies keep being born, this ear piercing does not go away. I'm telling you, I mentioned that earlier. What I find is kind of recession-proof. The little girl, now a little boy that wants to get their ear pierced, they're going to get it done. The parents don't have a problem bringing them to the malls and spending $20, $30 to get their kids' ears pierced for the first time because it's a one-time event. They're not doing it every month. My point is, the reason I bring this up, if you do this in your salon, you got to put the signs up, put the certificate up. You ask those people in your chair if they got brothers and sisters that are married with kids. Most of them are going to tell you they do. And when those kids want their ears pierced, they bring them to the malls. You need to have a program to get them to bring them to you because that's an opportunity for you to promote your other services. In the brochure, you'll see a listing of 2 kits, a starter kit A and starter kit B. What we did was we put them on display for you. This is the starter kit A. This comes with everything you need to pierce people's ears. The ear piercing instrument, it has an unconditional lifetime guarantee. If it breaks, gets old, a truck runs it over, call the 800 number. They pick up the old instrument, they send you a new one, no charge. Don't lose this. You never have to buy it again, which to me is a good deal. It comes with the instructions, which goes over a lot of the things we talked about in the class this morning. And it comes with all the peripheral products we use to pierce Marissa's ears. The marker, the gel, that lotion we put on right after, the soothe it, the release form signs, the catalog. All of these items are also free, but these items you don't have to send back. You run out of them, you lose them, just call the 800 number, they send it to you in the mail for free. So the only thing you have to repurchase on these kits are the earrings as you use them up. In the kit A, it comes with 20 pairs of earrings you can use to pierce with. It's a combination of the 24 karat gold and the silver, and it comes with some of the cubic zirconia. The cubic zirconia are more expensive. If you carry those, you want to charge more on the other styles. Those are all made out of glass. Cubic zirconia is crystal.